Hey guys!
It's Mundane Miracle Monday.
Yay!
The first Mundane Miracles episode of 2024.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy birthday! Have you ever seen the cartoon version of Frosty the Snowman?
Probably.
When they put his hat on his head, he opens his eyes and he says, Happy birthday!
So, we're going to be talking about our New Year's resolutions and reflections on this past year and
Hopes and dreams for 2024,
yes.
which are different than resolutions.
Yeah. Resolutions are like things you're going to do like better at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, ways to improve, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never really done resolutions.
Yeah, me neither.
So, I don't know. Mine are pretty broad. But
yeah.
I did take some time today and I made a list of the qualities in myself that I want, like the ideal person that I want to be.
Wow.
It was really slow at work.
I could tell.
I also made a whole plan for us to vision cast for our year, which we haven't done yet, but we will do.
That'll be very fun.
I'm so excited about that.
We're very excited for this new year.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good year for the podcast, for us, professionally and relationally and developmentally. I think we're going to grow a lot.
Me too.
So, you want to start with your goals, your resolutions for 2024?
Yeah, so one of my main goals is really to just be consistent on YouTube on both channels, on my channel and on our channel, and obviously we are pretty consistent. We post weekly. We've only missed a couple times. And so I want to be able to be just on the ball with everything, have things ready at the right time and not be late to anything, and to get a good flow going and be more organized with all of my footage and everything. And yeah, post consistently on my channel because I don't do that at all. I get distracted, and yeah, just spend my time in general more wisely and not have a lot of time spent just scrolling endlessly. And where could I put this time? Could I be coming up with ideas? Could I be taking clips? Could I be editing? Whatever. Just put my time into more things and into the Bible more, because I got a brand new Bible. I got brand new Bible tabs and I barely touched it. Just being real. But yeah, and then another thing is I want to go to the gym consistently.
That's one of mine too.
Yeah. And we're going to help each other with that because we started going to the gym this year, 2023, and just with all the holidays and us traveling and everything, it's hard to stay consistent. Not just making an excuse, it really has been. So yeah, it's going to be a game changer to kind of start from scratch this year and get a good flow going in all areas, really.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine, yeah, one of mine is being consistent at the gym too. I think that as I'm getting closer to 30, I want to really keep my body in good condition.
Yeah.
And that a lot of my friends who have turned 30, actually pretty much all of my friends who have turned 30, except Erica, they tell me that as soon as they hit 30, it's their body just starts breaking down. And it's oh, this hurts and now I have to go to the doctor for this thing and this thing. And I just don't want that to happen to me. I'm already hurting.
True.
And I'm not 30 yet. So I want to take better care of my body. So nutrition as a whole is one of my bigger goals for 2024, is that and not to be cliche. I feel like that's a very cliche resolution or whatever, but it's not at all about weight loss or anything how I want to look or anything. It's really just about taking care of my body that I live in and respecting it and
that affects
honoring
your future.
It affects your future. It affects your mental health. It affects, your future is a huge thing. Brother really inspired me because he realized while we were watching back a couple episodes last night, I talk about my brother a lot.
Yeah, you do.
He's one of my best friends. But when he turned 30, he started doing all of these stretch routines and Tai Chi or something. I don't know. And he was he came to visit last year, and he was I can almost do the splits. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So just
I didn't know
like,
that was possible as a grown man.
I know. And
or grown
just
woman
anything.
even. Like
Yeah.
it's so hard to do a split.
Yeah. So just like stretching and like taking, and it's so like important to prevent injury and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like people are always getting hurt when they get older. But if you have like good muscle tone and good like elasticity, like you're not going to get as hurt as often.
Wow. That's a very good point.
Yeah. So that's something that keeps me up at night sometimes, because I'm like, wow, I could really be on short-term disability at any moment. I don't even know if I'm signed up for short-term disability. I'm going to have to look into that tomorrow now.
Well, we're not even 30 yet, and we grunt every time we get up, every time we sit down.
Every time we walk up these stairs, we're like, ooh.
No, like actually winded. That's not good. That's really not good.
Yeah. Okay, so the other two, so that's like physically. And then I have a goal for education-wise, I guess. I'm working on 2 different courses right now that I really want to finish. And I've been working on them, like, they're both go at your own pace, so it's hard to finish something like that. But I really want to get those done so that I can just do other things with my life. And financially, I want to save $5,000. That's my financial goal.
Wow. I don't have a financial goal.
You will when we
Oh,
have
wait,
our planning day.
I actually do have a financial goal, and it's to stop using my credit cards so much.
I hear you. I know. Like one of my big goals for, it probably won't happen in a year, but I want to pay off both my credit cards because I got to get those things taken care of.
So I used to not really use them that
Yeah.
much, and I was using them to build credit and also to get free
Points.
Delta points for free flights. And I got those and then just kept using them. And
Yeah.
it's just a lot. It's nice to have, but it's also a lot because it's like you just keep spending and you don't even know what you have.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I have to pay that back.
Yeah. I started spending above my means when I was in my One Direction era. And part of that was because like when like with all the concerts and events that I went to and stuff, I would like pay for the group thing and then not everybody would pay me back.
Oh.
And so that really sucked.
I would make sure I got that money back or they wouldn't be
know.
going.
Yeah, like we took a trip, a few of us took a trip to New York one time and I paid for a lot of things and I did not get that money back. So that was tough. And now I don't talk to any of those people.
It makes me mad.
But
Give me their apps.
yeah. And then I moved and like moving is a big expense, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, I love having a different goal in each category.
True. The one thing about like the financial stuff though is that I am very good with money and I always have been, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't like credit cards because it kind of makes you like not as good with money you would be if you
Yeah, it
were
kind of
using
gives
real
you
money.
like a false sense of security, I
Yeah.
guess, because like
Yeah.
you're spending money that you don't really have.
Yeah. And I think like it's also very important though to invest in yourself and what you want to do and not feel guilty for that, because that's how I was for a very long time, where I wouldn't buy myself things I need or want and I would just not ever get myself anything. And so I don't regret any purchases I've made or anything. Like at the end of the day, I don't sit there and think, man, I wish I didn't spend that money.
Yeah.
And that's what matters to me, because I used to be really bad at like getting stuff for myself. Like even this camera I'm filming on right now, this was like a long time coming that I could have gotten years ago, but because of the fact that I just didn't spend money on myself, that I never had it. So I don't regret that at all. The lights, the MacBook, everything, no regrets. So it's if you have something you want to do, a business you want to start a podcast, a YouTube channel, anything, that is well worth spending the money on. So don't think
agree.
you have to like just not spend money at all, because you need to spend money to invest in the things you want to do in life. But yeah, you can always be better at spending your credit cards though.
Yeah, that I totally agree with that. I took a course. I love to take a course.
She does.
I took a course last year in 2022 because I was like, I had my own business and I was starting something new. And so I took a course for it and it was a lot of money, but I don't regret. And that the business didn't work out, not for any particular reason. It was just hard to work 2 jobs at once.
It's never too late to
Right.
try again.
Yeah. So, but I don't regret that because I still have all those, like, I still have the skill
knowledge.
sets and the knowledge that I learned from that course. And honestly, like, that has helped in the podcast. It's helped in my, like, career, my job, whatever you want to call it, my 9 to 5. And I just, like, learned a lot from that. And so just being able to have that in my back pocket as, like, something that I learned, it was an investment in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what life is all about. Like, obviously, if you're doing things for the right reason, then you should 100% invest in yourself and what you want to do and who you want to be. And you can't ever regret that,
Yeah.
you know? And if you learned only a little bit from something, at least you learned something.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what you would have done with that money otherwise. You probably would have bought a lot of Amazon packages and you wouldn't have gained knowledge.
I still do that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you still are gaining knowledge in other ways. So
Yeah, that's true.
that's what you do have to think about too. Like, even just investing in general, like sometimes you just have a car for a certain amount of time, and cars obviously don't really build value that much, but in the meantime, it's money. Like, you could sell it at any point and gain money from it. And so it's like with anything you have, like MacBook, camera, anything, just have to think of it that way, where it's like, this is money that if I didn't put into this thing I need, I would have spent somewhere else, and I wouldn't even have this camera to film on, this MacBook to use, this car to use. So the whole time you own something, that's basically your bank account savings right there. And so it's like, yeah, Lord knows where this money would have went if you didn't spend it
to
on that.
food.
Food, gas, Lord knows.
Yeah.
What else? Random trinkets, which I don't ever regret buying my little trinkets. So,
what's your highlight reel from 2023? Well, if you could have a highlight reel, like, montage of your life.
you know what's funny is that the low and the high of this year came from the same exact situation.
Yeah.
And that just shows that God really can take what the devil meant for evil and turn it for good.
Yeah.
Because when I moved here with Mariah, that was a very hard time in life, but very quickly became the best time in life because it was just so awesome and freeing to be here with her. And then to start this podcast has literally been amazing for both of us.
Yeah.
And we love it so much, and we don't plan on ever stopping. So if you're annoyed with us now,
too bad.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
But yeah, and that's another thing that I want to do better at too, is just like making our content in general even better, like the shorts and the reels and everything, and like the thumbnails, just everything to do with our channel and YouTube in general. I think you can only get better and better, and I just want to get better and better. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that was my highlight, really, was coming here, being here with you, and creating this podcast together.
Aw, that's cute.
Thanks.
I think that's definitely that's my highlight too, is that you came here. I don't think either one of us knew, like, what to expect
Yeah.
when you came here. It was just like, okay, this is happening, and that's it. It's happening. The end. And then you got here, and it was just like, both of us were just like, it's like, this was totally right. And yeah, it was definitely like a redemptive situation. And that's something that I think my like theme for 2023 was just like learning about God's redemptive character and how he can really, like what you said, like what the enemy meant for evil, God can use for good. And yeah, I've seen that a lot this year.
Me too.
Yeah. I think, yeah, even in the next few months, we're going to see it even more. And I think that's going to be so cool. Just a little teaser for the people. I also just like, it was such a cool thing. I got to see like the Simon sisters so much more this year.
True.
Just by default. Like, yeah, Erica came here a bunch, and then Catherine and I took a trip down there, and then they've been here. The girls have been here. a few times. So that's been so nice. I haven't gotten to see you guys this much, or like all of you guys together this much, I think, since I lived there. So
yeah.
that's a highlight for me for sure.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I think this is going to sound so stupid, but like genuinely, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, but finding the Daily Grace Co.
Oh, yeah.
life changing. Literally, I love them.
What would you have done for Christmas presents without them?
Literally. Nothing.
Yeah.
No, I just think that their products have been so helpful and so cool in my own growth and like just rebuilding. I think this has been a year of rebuilding too.
It really has. It's funny.
So-
We've been like on the same path in ways this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to describe some of the stuff, and then you just say it. So
Yeah. And a few months ago, I go to therapy, and my therapist was like, we were having such good discussions, and she was like, I can just see so much improvement in you over the last few months. And like a lot of that has to do with my spiritual growth and Angelica coming. That was a big thing.
so sweet.
And yeah, so I think just to see, oh yeah, and I also am on medication now. That's a big thing too.
Ow.
Yeah, just I think this year has been really good. It's been really hard. It has had some very, very hard times. Very hard times.
Unexpected turns.
This summer was brutal. It was so stressful. So stressful that my hair was falling out. Like,
Oh.
yeah, lots of things going on. And it wasn't even like in my own life. It was just like the people that I love were being affected by a lot of different things. And so, yeah, it was very stressful. It was a brutal summer. But it ended up being redeemed. And it has been, the ending of the year, I think, is better than the summer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see what 2024 holds. What
Me too. It's a little scary.
it is scary.
Because the thing with redemption is that there's something that comes before it. And
yeah, true.
but we're not supposed to live in fear, and that's life. Like, there's a season for everything. There's a time for everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, but
What are your hopes and dreams? What are you most looking forward to in 2024?
well, my hopes and dreams, I feel like, are the same as my resolutions, like, in a sense where I mean, I don't even want to say hopes because that's stuff that I know I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to go on more trips. I want to travel more. And me and my boyfriend have been planning to go on a trip for a long time, and we're planning to make that happen in 2024 and just go from state to state and just go on a big road trip. And you never know, maybe we'll get engaged this year. Who knows? I don't know.
Who knows?
But, you know, I'm not saying that's going to happen, guys, so don't go congratulating me, because Lord only knows God's timing, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, you never know. So think there's a lot of exciting things to come. And yeah, obviously I can't wait to see what we do with the podcast too. And like the opportunities that are coming to like improve the podcast and to have guests. In 2024, we're going to have guests finally.
Yes.
And so I'm really excited to have people on here and to be able to have them share their stories, and just for you guys to like gain more knowledge from the people we bring on. And that's why it's really important for us to bring on people who are like-minded as us, because we want them to be inspiring to you guys too, and inspiring to us as well. So yeah, that's a big excitement for me.
We know so many people with like amazing life stories and life experience that I think could be like helpful and just encouraging.
Yeah,
for people.
Definitely. Can't wait to have them on here.
Yeah, it'll be fun to have guests. It'll break it up a little bit. Give the listeners something else.
Yeah. What are your hopes and dreams for 2024?
I'm just excited to see what happens. I think the fact that we are taking the time to like set goals, set intentions, plan and dream for our year, I think that will help us like take the steps forward that we want to, that we need to, And I think a lot of changes are coming in 2024, a lot of good changes. And we have had so many, just over the last couple of weeks, we've had so many ideas for like new and fresh things to do with the podcast, with a lot of different things. And it'll be so fun to just watch that take off and just, see what happens with that. It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is the year, 2024 is going to be the year that I am ready to buy a house.
Amen.
That's been something that's been on the back burner for a couple of years, and I'm ready to make that happen again.
Yeah.
Not again. I've never been a homeowner. I just want to make it happen for the first time ever. And just hopefully this is going to be the year that I become self-employed.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I'm so sick of working for men.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a big hope too, is that we'll keep growing and we can do more with this as well. And we can reach more people. We can do it all. We want to do it all.
We want to do it all.
We ain't going to settle for less.
Yep.
So that brings us to our mundane miracle of the week, we have a joint one this week.
Yes.
Which is we got approved for
a new apartment. We're moving.
Yeah, February. We're going to have
so excited.
A new place. It's going to have more space. We can have a new setup.
Yeah.
We'll have more room for activities. So when we play pool on the floor with our little mini pool set, we'll have more room to move around.
We'll have more room for when all of the sisters come and we have a giant sleepover.
Yes.
We'll have a washer and dryer.
That's a miracle.
We'll have such a miracle.
A fireplace.
That'll be so fun and cozy. Oh my gosh, we should film with a fire going.
Yes.
Mm.
That'll have to be our first episode.
Yeah.
In the new place. So
February.
Yeah. February. You'll see a new background. You'll see new everything. And on my channel, we'll take you guys along for the whole move and everything. Yeah. We'll be uploading. We'll be doing vlogs and stuff of the whole process and setting things up and all that fun stuff. So, do you have a bonus mundane miracle?
Yes. My mundane miracle, my bonus mundane miracle is that we just had a crazy, I shouldn't say crazy, it wasn't crazy, but it was like a very busy and fun and packed weekend because it was Angelica's birthday. And
Mariah went above and beyond for me, and my sisters came and surprised me.
And that was so fun.
Yeah, I have so many mundane miracles.
I know,
actually.
I was thinking about that too.
You finish.
But yeah, it was just so fun to be able to spend time with all the girls, all of us together. It just heals a part of my heart when we're all together like that. That's all.
So fun. Yeah, that's my bonus mundane miracle too, is that Mariah made sure that I had the most special birthday weekend, and she did so much for me and spent a lot of money on me. And I'm very thankful for that. I hope you know that. And I appreciate her so much. And then my sisters came to surprise me. And so obviously that was amazing, and all of us got to be together, and we went ice skating, and I've never been, and I went for the first time.
And she was so good. I was shuffling around. I've been ice skating every year of my life, and I'm just shuffling around. And she's just racing.
Yeah, me and Catherine were racing. But they said that I look like a freaking guy hockey player.
Who said that?
All of the girls. They said that's what I look like when I ice skate.
That's so mean. I didn't think that.
Yeah, well, they did.
Probably if they had said it when I was around, I would have been like, oh yeah, I can see that.
Exactly. So I tried to stop doing whatever I was doing. But
there were some actual hockey players on the ice that night. Like some of the guys were like zooming. Well,
there was a lot of people falling. And I made it almost the whole entire time without falling until the end. And we were like, let's go a couple more times. Big mistake. Then I freaking fell like on my stomach, but like on my hip. So I have a big bruise on my hip. It was like terrible the way I fell. It could have been worse. Like I could have fell on my butt, but I just fell and like plopped. I feel like the whole place got
like
quiet.
A seal?
Yes, like literally a seal. And afterwards I was like, ooh, that was kind of fun. We should all like lay on our stomachs and just
scoot around.
Yeah. We would have got ran over by other people's ice skates, but yeah. Ooh, so
that's a sight, a vision.
Yeah. So honestly,
and you know who didn't fall? Me. But I was hardly on the ice.
And she was hardly off the wall either.
I was holding on to Rachel. I was holding on to Vanessa, Catherine, anybody that would hold on to me.
I couldn't hold on to anybody because it makes me lose my balance and it makes me feel like I'm going to fall. So I'm like, sorry, can't help ya. But yeah, that was honestly so fun. And it couldn't have been any better. So.
And we had a little cozy movie night.
Oh, yeah.
And lasagna soup. We love lasagna soup in this household.
We do.
And we got to see Christmas lights.
Yeah. That was so fun. It was really an amazing weekend.
Yeah, it was
I loved
so
it.
packed.
Yeah.
That's all, I guess. That's all for now.
That's all for now, but this is just the start of a very amazing year, so stay tuned.
Ooh, let us know your resolutions. Send it to
Yes.
us on Instagram. I'll post a story, actually, and you can reply or put it in the comments on YouTube.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening, and we hope you're ready for the new year with us because it's going to be a good one.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Bye.